Hey guys, I'm back today with another video. This is a kind of a belated VR to a tag that my spiritual shoes did called the Johari Window Tarot Spread. I've seen it around and then I've seen other people do it. I know this came out probably like 4 or 5 months ago, so it definitely is belated, but I saw it and I thought, what an interesting concept. I've never heard of it before and I liked the idea of it. And I figured, why not do it on here and share it with you, so you guys can get a deeper understanding of this, as well as I can get a deeper understanding. And what it is a technique that helps people better understand their relationship with themselves and others. I'm just reading this off of the internet because I wanted to give you guys some information about it as well. If you go to my Spiritual Shoes YouTube channel, she'll have it on there. She did a really good one. Did a good job at describing what it was, and I think she actually did another one using an oracle deck as well. But basically what it was created by psychologist Joseph Luft and Harrington Ingham in 1955, and it is used primarily in self-help groups and corporate settings as an exercise. So she did have a warning that, be aware that it can bring up some deep issues. So just be warned, if there is things on here that you don't want to share, then, you don't have to, but I wanted to do it, although I am a little nervous, I'm not going to lie, about how this is going to turn out and what it's going to say. So we'll see. All right, so I had already shuffled my cards to get a head start, and I'm using the After Tarot. I love this deck. And it's based on Rider-Waite-Smith, but it is for a moment, a few seconds or moments after, like each picture of the card. The traditional card meaning is like what happens after you see that picture. So anyway, let's begin. What it is 4 quadrants, looks like a window. And the first quadrant is what is known to self and known to others, or also known as the arena. Then we have known to self, not known to self, but known to others, which could be your blind spot. Then we have this quadrant, which is known to self, but not known to others, which is a facade, they say. And then the final one is what's not known to self and what's not known to others, or your unknown. So like I said, I had already shuffled my cards. So let's go ahead and begin. So the first one is what is known to self and known to others. Okay, that's interesting. Knight of Swords. So that's not something that I would consider something that would be, or I would be known as. I look at the Knight of Swords as a go-getter. Somebody that will fight till the end. Not to say that I don't do that, but I don't really view myself as that. So that's kind of interesting. Hopefully you guys can see the lighting isn't in bad in here. The known Knight of Swords, that's interesting. So in this one, it depicts the Knight of Swords riding on his horse. It looks like he is in a battle and he is striking down the enemy. He doesn't look scared. He looks quite the opposite. He looks like he's going for it. So that's interesting. Didn't think that I would be considered a Knight of Swords. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. Okay, so I'll put that down for now. So let's see. Next is not known to self, but known to others. So what is it that I don't know about myself, but others know or have seen? Or what is my blind spot? Oh, okay. So we have 10 of Cups. Well, isn't that beautiful? Okay. So this is interesting. okay, and this is a little difficult, okay, but for me, but I'm just going off of this from my thoughts. So it appears as though to others it looks like I may have the perfect life, the family, the home, the things that I want is basically a happy union here. I have the things that people traditionally think would consider to be a happy life, but wow, this is really tough. I wasn't expecting it to hit me this hard. This is actually deep. But the way that I think about this is that for some reason, although I'm very thankful for the things that I do have in my life, and very thankful for my family, very thankful, to have a roof over my head and a vehicle that I can use, and although I do have a happy life, I do struggle with some internal battles. I do have anxiety, and I suffer quite a bit from it. I also can be considered to have quite a negative outlook on certain things. Basically, I guess you could say that I'm a pessimist by nature. So this is deep because people see that I have this perfect life, but in reality, I need to work on that. I need to work on being more thankful for the things that I have, and really, really just being observant to how I talk to myself, the language that I speak to myself, the words that I say, the emotions that I let myself feel. I really have to be conscious of that because I really am fine. I have a lot of things that I can be very thankful for. So the third card is what's known to self but not known to others, or also known as the facade. So that one is the Tower. Wow, okay. So what's known to self but not known to others. Okay, so this is interesting. Well, this kind of coincides with my Ten of Cups here. What's not known to self but known to others is that I do know that I can be or have some self-destructive thoughts and habits, and just how I deal with myself and in my own psyche. That is something that I don't really, I guess, show to others unless you're very close to me and you know me very well. I guess, yeah, it would definitely be considered a facade. I definitely put myself out there and don't necessarily show all the thoughts and feelings that I have within me because, it's kind of a scary personal thing when you think about it. You don't always want to share your true feelings, your true thoughts, your true inner conversations with people because you're not really sure how that's going to be viewed, and especially when you're not overly a positive person, it can definitely kind of put a damper on things in relationships. So yeah, that is definitely a facade of mine. I don't really portray myself as this person that has anxiety and has, these inner issues that I have. Don't share that with people very often. So yeah, that definitely can be considered a facade. So then the next one is what is known to self, not known to self, and not known to others. So this is a complete unknown. This is something that I don't even know, others don't know. Maybe it's something that's deep down in your subconscious, things that you have to come up with that you don't ever want to show, and you kind of bury deep down inside. And so let's see what this one is. So, not known to self and not known to others, I got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so that's interesting. So, it's almost like, this is hard. I'm trying to figure this. I have to think about this to dig a little deeper. So, not known to self and not known to others is a Four of Pentacles. So this can be a little hard because there is an aspect of myself that I do know that's related to the Four of Pentacles, in which I am not a hoarder. I mean, I guess you could say I have, some money shadows, money blocks. I hold on to money like it's just nobody's business. That's something that's rooted deep within that am going to be trying to work on. But basically, it's not like I'm cheap. It's just I can't bring myself to spend money, even if I have a little extra money to spend on certain things. It's so hard for me to do it. It's like I get huge buyer's remorse, and it's like, oh my God, what if I need it? What if if something happens? What if there's an emergency and I spent that money on that, and now I don't have money, to help out with this issue or emergency. So, but that's something that I already knew about myself. It's definitely not something that's known to others, except for, one person or two people in my life. But that's definitely not something that I share with people or on a daily basis. But that is definitely something that I have an issue with, that I am trying to deal with. I know where it stems from for the most part. Now it's just a matter of working on getting that out, and moving past it. I definitely have some things in my past that are contributing to this issue, but it's not something that I don't know about myself. I have to look into this more. Maybe there's a different aspect of the Four of Pentacles that I'm not thinking of, or a different meaning that it could possibly be related to. But the way that I look at it is somebody that is just holding on to that, his holding on to that money, that wealth, that the funds that they have, and trying to balance this other pentacle on their head. And what they don't really realize is that behind him is the Grim Reaper. What does any of that really matter at the end of the day? Does that really matter what you're holding on to, what you're gripping to? Will that serve you any purpose after this life? And I have to remember that. I have to remind myself of that. But that, that's unusual. I have to look into this more, because this is something that is definitely known to me. I don't talk about it. I don't think about it a lot. So maybe it's because I don't bring it up a lot, or I haven't really worked past it, that maybe it could be not known to self and it's coming up now, so I can, get a little reminder to deal with it. But that's interesting. I'm going to look into that more. So I guess, the purpose of this also is also to bring up these different, quadrants of the self, and to kind of push it out, just kind of look at it, examine it, meditate on it, think about it, and just kind of really absorb it and chew on it, and then move on, so you can heal yourself. So it was very interesting. I'll have to there's a couple things that really really shocked me about this. Knight of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and then this Four of Pentacles definitely kind of came out of the blue for me. So I'm going to take a look at this a little bit more, sit with these cards, and see if I can come up with anything else. And again, you know, there is a little bit of that, ooh, like, I don't know if I want to talk about this or bring things up. So it is a little deep in that aspect. So if it's not something that you want to do, you know, you could definitely do this in, you know, in the privacy of your own home or wherever. You don't have to record it. I just found it so interesting, and you know, part of my goal here is to get myself out here in the community and share my experiences, my ideas, my thoughts, my feelings. And I figured, you know what, you might as well just bite the bullet and just get in there and get in there deep. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll definitely link the initial creator's video for this, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.